So I have to say, every single time that I hit like a goal on Indiegogo or something like that, if it happens right as I woke up, I'm immediately tired again because all of my energy just goes into my brain going, that happened. So yes, we have reached goal on 3 nights, 4 days. We are at $11,205 at 177 backers, with 12 days still to go. We did it. You know, at the time it actually said 14 days, so I don't know what the heck happened, but we something like that. We did it basically though, or not basically, literally on the 1 year anniversary of the launch of Inglewood. So this is pretty freaking awesome, to say the least. So that does not mean that everything stops here, though. We still have more goals to reach. I'm hoping to get it to 180 backers sometime soon. You know, we're only a few away from that. Not to mention, we have stretch goals as well. So the next one is at $20,000. I will be paying my friend Vinny Tartamella to make an homage cover for us for this book to John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness, which is one of the inspirations for the book. So that is the next big goal, but the next small goal is, of course, get us to 180 backers. We're just a few away from that. If you have not backed this book yet, please do so. We are super excited to bring this to you. I haven't decided if I'm going to extend the campaign yet or just go straight in demand. We'll have to see what the team thinks and so on and so forth. But either way, we still want to, get some more backers on this and so on and so forth. I mean, everybody wants more money, but for us, it'll make the shipping of the book that much more comfortable in regards to finances. Basically, the goal that I always said is what I call a tight goal, meaning we could probably get the books out, but they wouldn't be shipped in the type of packaging I would like to put them in. They wouldn't be, as... It basically, things wouldn't be as high quality as I would like them to be. So, that is that. So, let's go ahead and get into something a little funny. So, comic book writer Mags Vissagio, who is a transgender woman, meaning biologically male, seems to be under the impression that people want to have sex with her, I guess. Or something like that. So, this was pretty salty. Ethan Van Sciver, thankfully, took the time to either screenshot these or somebody screenshotted them for him, and I'm just going to gank them. But either way, thank you to Ethan or the person who grabbed these for Ethan. And then Ethan, thank you to Ethan for rehosting them. Anyway, so this statement, Mags Vissagio, who has been in a giant tiff after her show on Sci-Fi, which is called Vagrant Queen, which was basically a show about a comic book that didn't sell anything. After it got canceled, they tried to label it a fan favorite. I'm like, well, if it was a fan favorite, why did it get canceled? Clearly they weren't watching it. But anyway, Mags Vissagio says, I'm back. Last week was an absolutely crushing experience that finally taught me what it means to navigate the world as a woman. Right. I finally internalized stuff I knew intellectually, i.e. the danger men qua men represent to women qua women. What? Your show getting canceled because it wasn't good and nobody watched it is the danger of men. No. Mags Vissagio continues. She says, the onslaught of seeing over and over and over men I know and respect named as abusers. Oh, so it's not about Vagrant Queen. Okay, fair enough. I know and respect, including friends of mine on both sides of the abuse equation, really knocked me over, but what broke me was realizing the same playbook had been used on me. Okay, so you're basically saying that there is a comic book professional that has sexually abused you. Okay, that's quite a claim. So, Mags continues and says, I don't want to get into a whole thing about what happened between me and Sean Murphy. I covered that already elsewhere, and it's draining to recount. Wherever that is, I don't recall it. I do remember, however, you and Sean posting pictures on your Twitter accounts with one another saying that you're BFFs. So I guess Doug TeNapel was right, and BFF does mean butt effer? I don't know. I just think that this is getting really dumb. But, says here, I'm not looking for comfort. I need the picture of the liar cat from the book Saga, which I'm reading through because somebody else paid me to do it. I need that picture that I just need to bring up anytime I think someone is lying, and I'll just dub over the word lying. But yeah. Again, Sean never touched me or intimated he might do so. I'm not accusing him of assault, but he did hook and use me. But you just made allusions to people being sexually assaulted. So which is it, dummy? Were you sexually assaulted or weren't you? Well, if you weren't, then why are you making allusions to sexual assault? Or grooming or something like that. Which, grooming, by the way, again, they have to have been underage. Flirting with somebody who's 19, and then finally getting together with them when they're 22 is not grooming. Okay? Like, give me a fucking break. Because I'll freely admit, even though I'm a fat dumbass or whatever, I am a shameless flirt sometimes. And if I'm 40 and a 20, which is only sadly about 5 years away, and a 22-year-old wants to have sex with me, I'm not going to say no. Unless I'm married or something. Come on now. But anyway, everything from the unfulfilled promise of future professional and financial assistance to love bombing. What the fuck is a love bomb? All in the service of making sure I defend him when he did problematic shit. Textbook stuff I've spent days thinking over and talking about with other women he did it to. Did what? Was friendly to them? Because that seems to be what you're describing. He was friendly to you. Well, yes, when you act friendly to people, oftentimes it's with the expectation that they're going to pick up that being friendly is a good thing, and then they won't stab you in the fucking back like you're doing right now, dummy. What scared me more than anything Sean did was how easily he did it to me. Yes, how dare Sean Gordon Murphy be friendly to someone? What? This is stupid! What the fuck? Oh my god. I'm gonna say this. I said this on Twitter, and I actually, when Sean Gordon Murphy actually put on his YouTube channel advice about crowdfunding, I said, if you go on Indiegogo, you will find out who your friends are. Really fucking quick. And who isn't your friend. And it's true. And I think that that's honestly true about getting into crowdfunding. You find out really quickly who your friends are. Especially when you have success. And then you find out who the vultures are. And Mags Vissagio is a fucking vulture. Mags Vissagio just saw his campaign, which I believe is called The Plot Holes, hit 6 figures and hit it quick. Now, it's kind of stalled out, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong. I'm actually going to bring it up real quick. And we'll have a look at it. Because it actually does look like a pretty good comic. No, it did not stall. It seemed to have stalled for a little bit, but it's picked back up again. He's not too far from $200,000. Let's have a look here. And given that this is Sean Gordon Murphy, he is a very talented artist. The art looks fantastic. But he is doing quite well. I guess Jeffrey Martin's the person who's made an alias. I don't know. I don't know why he's selling like Skype calls. Sean, you're a great artist. You're a good writer too. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. You're not that famous, buddy. I mean, granted, I do have a patrons Discord server myself, but it costs $1. Good lord. Ugh. I wouldn't say I'm charging much, but and I'm not gonna change that price either. Like, fuck. Oh god. So yes, but he's doing quite well for himself. That's probably more money than he's made on the Batman comics he's done lately. And by the way, his White Knight series has been quite enjoyable. From at least I read the first one. I haven't read Curse yet, but I look at this and I'm fucking crying. It's so funny. The the absolute silliness of this sort of accusation, of basically saying that this guy was friendly to me, is how I'm breaking it down. Ergo, he's some sort of a fucking abuser. I guess I got abused by half of Comicsgate then. Ethan, if you're watching this, I've been groomed by you. Come on, stop it, Mags. Fuck off. Knock it off, you idiot. Oh. Good lord. So I guess cosplaying as a woman is not enough. Mags Vissagio must cosplay as a victim too. Guys, I try to give good advice on the videos that I do. And let me say this, don't ever, if you want to be a professional, act like Mags Vissagio. You know, this is somebody who has openly said that she doesn't actually want to do comics. She would rather be doing articles and such on value of socialism, comrade. So yes, Mags is a commie. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure that in the Soviet Union, being transgender would have gotten you thrown in Gulag for not being happy enough. So, yes. So with all that said, that's some silliness, to say the least. Don't ever, if you want to get into comic books, just don't act like Mags Vissagio. Real quick again, before we head out, if you have not backed 3 Nights 4 Days yet, again, we're going to look to try to get 180 backers. The next big goal is $20,000, where we get that alternative cover by the wonderfully talented and good friend of mine, Vinny Tartamella, who has done Through the Woods and City of Venus. Amazingly talented artist. I'm really looking forward to getting a cover with him. Seriously. So, with all that said, my name is Micah Curtis, your favorite vanilla gorilla and the head of Sleeveless Comics. I'll see you next time.